How's it going, everybody? Karma Cashflow here, and welcome to the Karma Cashflow stream. I've been running around all day since about 6 o'clock this morning, trying to get everything's taken care of that I needed to get taken care of before the live stream, and literally just came like crashing through the door. I was listening to Pat on my phone on my way back. Had a really good meeting this morning with one of my clients for my ad agency. Went over to his house. We, talked for quite a while. Like I said, I've been up since, well, I got up at 5, and we were having a meeting at, just past 6, and literally just got in, and that was like 5 hours ago. So it was a really long meeting. So I really have nothing prepared today, is what I'm saying. So if you do have any questions, go right up here to karmacashflow.com/AMA. Give me some ideas of what you would like me to speak about, as well as any questions that you may have concerning, virtually anything. If it has to do with, email marketing, if it has to do with, whatever, go ahead, put it in there and let me know. But first thing first, just want to welcome some people into the stream. Martin, how's it going, buddy? Definitely let's get together and chat. And for everybody on here, congratulate Martin because his YouTube apparently has gone up by 200%. In just a couple of weeks. Martin and I had a chat, and I gave him some recommendations, and his YouTube channel is booming, so congratulate him. I really appreciate that. Martin or Chris in the house, how's it going, my friend? Thanks for being here so much. Lewis B, thank you again for being here. Did you remember to bring an apple for Headmaster Karma? I love apples. Although I can't really eat apples right now because for those that don't know, I'm actually on the carnivore diet. And the carnivore diet is essentially a meat-only diet. So I only eat beef, pork, chicken, stuff like that. I eat no vegetables, no fruits, no grains of any sort, no nuts, seeds, nothing like that. No processed products. Give you an idea of what I eat. So if I eat breakfast of any sort, and usually I do what's called intermittent fasting, so I don't normally eat until 1 or 2 in the afternoon. But if I'm going to eat, kind of early, I might have 4 or 5 eggs. And then later on that evening, I would have a huge 16-ounce ribeye steak, or I love A5 Japanese Wagyu. Might have something like that, or just meat, essentially eggs, meat. Butter and cheeses are okay, but I try to leave out cheeses as much as possible. And I do have my occasional yogurt as well. So that's just because I love yogurt, and I feel it's good for my stomach. Yeah, that's what I eat. So if you bring me an apple, I'll most likely just give it to my daughter. Xenia and Vlada in the house. How's it going? Says, hey, Karma, can't be there today, but leaving a thumbs up and some love. Wish you all fun and a lot of value. I appreciate you being here, no matter if it was, even for a minute. I really appreciate you, man. Consult the blind guy. How's it going, buddy? Apparently, I'm in here too. Rap and combat, dude. I am honored. I am honored that you are here. Seriously. For those that don't know, I'm actually going to be doing something hopefully this week with Rap and Combat. It is going to be really awesome, and you should look out for it coming this week. We were supposed to end up doing it last week, Friday, but my work schedule has been absolutely crazy, and on Friday was also my wife's Beth's birthday. So I wasn't able to do it then. I apologize, but things things happen. But we are going to do it hopefully this week, and you all are going to really, really enjoy it because I am going to put it here on the channel for everybody to get a tremendous amount of value on it. But it's something that Rap and I are doing together, and it's going to be awesome. Just Samson in the house. How's it going, my friend? Been doing a lot of hikes lately. Like I've been hiking a little bit more only because of you. I don't know if I can do that 50-mile, hike stuff anymore. I'm not in the military anymore. Back in the day, dude, when I was like 19 years old, dude, I could do a 100-click march, no problem. I wouldn't care. If they wanted me to run the entire desert, not a problem. Now I'm like, oh my God, I got to take the trash out. And, I'm very active, I like to work out. I like to do jujitsu. I'm really active with jujitsu, and my self-defense stuff. But when it comes to like anything long distance, running, hiking a long time or anything like that, it's like, no, don't want to do it. Jameen in the house. How's it going? Nice to see you here. Let's see if anybody else is in the house. Nope, that's about all I see. So once again, if you have any questions, please go up to karmacashflow.com/AMA, which stands for Ask Me Anything, and put in some questions there. If you all don't have any questions, I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about some things that Pat was talking about the other day. And he was talking about, sales pages, and he was asking you to put it in sales pages. And he talked a lot about like headlines and the way that the content is structured and so forth. And, personally, I believe that all of that is fantastic, right? If you don't have a good headline, no one's going to read it, right? But what I really wanted to focus on, what I was hoping, maybe I missed it, I don't know, because it was just in my ear as I was driving the other day, but what I was really hoping for that he would stress on is the offer, right? It doesn't matter how good your sales page is. No matter how good your headline is, your sub-headline, your intro, if you do any type of disclaimer or guarantee, whatever, if your offer sucks, you're not going to make any sales. Plain and simple, right? But if you have an amazing offer and only a headline on it, that's your whole sales page. Just a headline, your offer, and a sign-up form. You would make a tremendous amount of sales if you had the right offer and a good offer, right? It's something that I really, hope that he'd stress on. And if he did, please leave me a comment in the chat. Let me go over here to my chat so I can actually see it. And let me know if he really did stress that, because like for me, I think that's the most important thing. So when I am doing a sales page, and like I've done countless sales pages, I've done them for myself, I've done them for my clients, I've worked with a lot of really good copywriters out there and helped them structure offers and sales pages. And the very first thing that I do, very first thing, is what the fuck is the offer? Ooh, sorry, didn't mean to curse. I don't normally curse on my channel. It just came out. I'm very passionate about this. But the offer is the most important thing. And so I will literally sit there. So give you an idea. I've been working on my course, right? Passive Income Success Path. That's the running name of my course right now. And I have been spending, probably a month on my offer, right? I haven't touched a word of my headline. I haven't wrote any of my copy. It is just on what am I going to offer them? What do my target market want? How can I provide the most amount of value for them? And that's what I've been working on. Changing things, swapping things out, and I'll share a little bit about like what I've come up with. If you just give me 1 second. Well, apparently I'm watching myself here. Let me go over to, I use Nimbus Notes, so you'll have to give me a second. Deb says, oh, where is it? Deb says monks can curse too. Let me tell you a little bit about something. Let me open up this whole can of worms here. So while I was living in India, Nepal, and Tibet, you know, I lived in the monasteries, and I cannot tell you how many monks would curse. I mean, it was like, you know, walking into a mechanic shop, right? I mean, all different types of curse words flying everywhere. And so, like, when someone says, you know, oh, but you're a monk, you know, it's like, yeah, monks curse, and very badly too. So, very interesting. But let me go over here. Let me go to, I've got to kind of move things around because I have all this stuff on here. So let's see. Is this it? No, that's not it either. Where is it? Now I have to go through all of my notes to try and find. Let's see. That's a Success Path series. Nope, that's not what you get. Nope, that's not it either. I might actually have to, let's see, that's course outline. Nope, tribe notes. Okay, so this is what I started off with. All right, this is what I can find now. All right, is what I started off with. So first thing first, I was going back and forth between should I have a course, should I have a membership, and so forth. And I decided I'm going to have both, right? I'm going to have 3 main courses, and the membership that I have is going to be to support those courses, right? You can come in just with the membership, and if you come in with the membership, then you will get one of the 3 courses for free, just for, you know, joining the membership. And then every 3 months that you're a part of the membership, I'm going to throw in another course for you. Whatever course you want that I have, you're going to get. You just ask, you know, you'll get an email at the 3-month mark. Hey, you've been, you know, with us 3 months. You have the opportunity to go ahead and get another course on us, no charge. And you just let me know which one you want, and we'll give it to you. And so, you know, you'll get your courses that way. And I started off that way, you know, so that you get 1 free course every week. My Q&A, I'm going to have a weekly Q&A session. This is all what I started off with. Weekly Q&A sessions, monthly hot seats. So this is where I will take one person and we will do an actual video where we go through your entire business model. All right, we'll do website review. We'll do, you know, if you're doing anything on YouTube, we'll do a YouTube channel review. I will run through your sales letters, your product, to make sure that your business is structured in such a way to maximize efficiency, so that you can help as many people as you possibly can in that business. So definitely monthly hot seats, of course, unlimited email support, and access to our private members only community. I'm also I was also going to do a free, you know, you know, you're joining the membership, 45-minute onboarding session. That is a 45-minute call with me personally, to help fast track you into doing, you know, whatever it is that you need to do, you know, to get you up and running extremely quickly. You know, access to archives, free live events. Starting next year, I'm going to have my own live events. And so, like, this is the stuff that I started to work with on the offer side. And I was like, you know, because the offer is the most important. I have to set the offer that is so good that that whenever you read my stuff, even if you don't read my sales letter, but you jump right to the offer part, that it connects with you on such a level and gives you exactly what you need and what you want, that you are wanting to purchase whatever it is, right? And my stuff's not that expensive. I used to have really expensive courses, right? My membership was $397 per month when I was in the teaching people how to trade. My courses were 2,000 plus, right? I had one course, which was the masterclass course, which I sold for $25,000, right? And this was something that, I was like, I don't want to do in this niche. But no matter what the cost is, if it was $1, if your offer is not right, no one is going to buy, right? So no matter what you have, and right now I'm kind of talking with you, Martin, because I know that you have a course coming out, is that you need to spend a lot of time on what you are giving them, the offer. What do you have to offer? You need to spend more time on that than anything else, right? After that, after you have your offer dialed in, and when I say dialed in, I mean you need to get feedback, right? So right now, I'm kind of telling you kind of what I started with, right? Not where I am in my offer now, all right? And I'm in my offer where I am now in my offer only because I got feedback from people. I chose a few key people that I know could help out and ask them, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think about that? So that I could really dial it in on what is the best thing that I could offer you, right? That's what you want to do, Martin. And for everybody watching, is that you want to get feedback over everything that you do. I've actually recently taken this into my YouTube channel. So I have a couple of really good friends that I love to ask questions to. I love to ask questions to Nick Nimmin and Daryl Eves. And these two guys, they know YouTube. And if they tell me to do something, I'm going to do it. And one of the things that Daryl talked about, he actually spoke about this on his 30-day creator challenge, but also to me personally through chat, in that no matter what I do, I create a thumbnail, then I need to get feedback on it before it goes live. I create my title, it needs to have feedback on it before it goes live. My video itself, once it's edited, it needs to have feedback on it. And no matter what I'm doing, I'm getting feedback. And this is fantastic. And so I brought it into my YouTube channel, and I didn't know why, because it's like, I've done this with everything that I do. I write a sales letter. I ask for feedback. I do my website. I ask for feedback. I do anything. And I don't know why I didn't take it onto YouTube. We're human, but we all make mistakes. But it's something that you should do as well. When you're creating an offer, whether you're creating a sales page, you just want your thumbnail. You want to put a thumbnail on something. Like Martin, yeah, I'm talking to you. I was stalking you, remember? Get feedback on it, right? I've seen a lot, particularly about thumbnails. I've gone out, I've taken a look at a lot of y'all's thumbnails, and I'm looking at them going, I could barely read this, right? The text on it it blends into the background so much that I can't read it, and so forth. And I'm like, if you're going to put something out, get feedback. Martin says it's changed. I'm sure it has, buddy. I'm sure it has. I was on top of that in like 2 minutes. The second I saw it pop up, I was like, oh, I'm going to go check it out. Yeah, if you're going to auto repost on it, make sure that you have it post to unlisted. That way it gives you a chance to actually get in there and do what you need to do. So all of my videos that are up, they are all in unlisted until I deem necessary. Let's see. I think I have an actual question here. All right. Jameen asks, can you walk through how you decide who your target audience is? Man, that's really good question. Uh, so first thing first is I break it down into uh, three different things. One, where do I want to be? All right, what market do I want to be in? When I look at the market, I usually decide on something that I'm passionate about. Does it need to be something that you're passionate about? Absolutely not. Right? I was in a market in the currency trading market that while I love trading, I absolutely hated being in on a teaching level. And it maybe it's wrong to say that, out loud on a live stream. I'm probably going to get some form of backlash for that by someone, but I didn't like it. I loved creating the videos and the courses and all that stuff, but I would wake up every night in sweat and go. I remember I turned to my wife one morning at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, going, I can't do this. I can't do this. It's mentally and emotionally killing me. And eventually I decided to stop. But there were a lot of markets that I'm in, and that that I have been in, that I'm not necessarily a big fan of, but I'm willing to do it. Give you an example. One of the first niches that I was in was doing an affiliate course, affiliate program, product for a particular thing having to do with vacuum cleaners. All right, yes, seriously, vacuum cleaners. And I'm not gung ho about vacuuming at all. My wife will tell you, if before I'm gonna do it, I'll ask my daughter to do it, because it's just not me, not my thing. But you don't have to be massively enthusiastic about it, but it can't be something that you are dreading either. All right. But if you can, go with something that you love. Like, I love marketing and advertising. I love doing what I'm doing now. Right. I can talk about marketing and advertising, I mean, till I'm blue in the face, literally. Like, I love this stuff. And it's either this or martial arts, jujitsu, and so forth. I'll talk about it endlessly. And every single conversation that I have leads to one of those two things, right? That's how I knew that this was, really, really right for me, is because, one, I love doing it. I'm talking about it. I love helping everybody with their own businesses. I've done a lot of businesses in my life. And so I have a lot of experience that I can bring that to you, and so forth. But once, let's get past this. Once I get through, what market I want to go into, now I have to understand my target audience, right? And I break it down by demographics and psychographics. First thing I do is an empathy map, which, let me actually show you. I'm not going to get too deep into the empathy map right now, because I do have a video coming out about that on Friday. Oh, that was another thing. So I noticed that, where is it? Give me a sec. I have the empathy map here somewhere. I noticed that on Friday my video didn't come out, and I realized that there's an error message in YouTube saying that the video was actually corrupt. So I have no idea what that was about, but it is something that I'm looking into, and I will take care of it, and make sure that it is that it goes up. I'll probably just have to re-upload it, but I didn't notice it right away. Otherwise, I would have done it. But Friday was my wife's birthday, and so I was kind of unaware that it didn't get published. So for those that are wondering what happened, why I didn't have a video come up on Friday, that's the reason why. Why am I not finding this? Let me look up empathy. There it is. Why didn't it come up before? All right, so I'm going to share my screen here for a second. Scenes, screen and me. There we go. All right, so this is what we call an empathy map, right? And this is generally, I'll start off with trying to understand my customer, what they see in their environment, what they hear in their environment, what are they thinking and feeling, their pains or frustrations and so forth. And I break it down into, let me take this off again, because I have some sensitive information here. Let's see, again, into demographics and psychographics. So when you're looking at demographics, these are things like what income bracket are your potential customers in? Are they married? Are they not married? Do they have kids? Are they in debt? What products have they purchased? So demographics and psychographics, there's also an area of behavior as well. And I want to know what similar products what similar products have they purchased in the past that they can purchase in the future, right? Or that they might want to purchase in the future. If a person purchases a product of, say, learning how to build passive income online or an email marketing course, this is good because I've probably bought every single email marketing course on the market. It's just me. I love email. I've purchased every single one out there, and it's kind of a given that if a person has purchased it one time, they'll purchase another one as well. So you want to look at stuff like that. Where do they gather? Are they over on Meetup, creating these Meetup groups? If so, you got to be a part of those groups, and, to understand them. What languages are they, speaking? And I'm not just talking about their actual language that they speak at home, whether it be, English, Spanish, French, whatever. What words do they use when they're talking about whatever it is? What movies are they watching? TV shows, like all that type of stuff. And also where they're located. That's a good demographic thing that I look at, is where they're located. Because if you are targeting Japan, but your target audience is primarily in America, then there's an issue there. So you have to know, generally where they're located, and you can't say, oh, well, my target market's everywhere. They're in Japan and Spain and Australia. No, where specifically? Get really, really specific. If you have the ability to take an entire month and just learn about your audience, then that'll be the best month you've ever spent. Trust me. Right? I have walked into markets blindly, being a complete idiot, and gone in, said, I know what these people want. I know where they are. I know, the type of person that they are, blah, blah, blah. Stupidity. And gone in, created the product, and failed miserably because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Right? And I remember, I don't remember exactly who it was. This actually happened recently, where someone contacted me. They, were creating a product, and they were maybe about halfway through, but had no idea really who their target market was, right? They didn't really understand their market. And if you don't understand your market and you're already in the midst of creating a product, stop. Don't create that product. All right, because you have no idea if you're wasting time or not. Right? Does your customers even want your product? Right? We may think that they want it because in your mind, maybe you think that you are your target audience, but you're not. No matter how much you want it to be, you're not, because you're biased. Right? You have this idea in your head, but it may not be the truth. Right? And that's what we want to look for, is the truth. So that you want to gather as much data as possible. You break it up into behavior, you break it up into demographics, you break it up into psychographics. And psychographics are things like, what keeps them awake at night? What problems are so bad that these people can't sleep, right? What are their political views, right? Because political views and religious views, I want to know, what religion primarily my customers are, because it all plays a part. Right? In their psychology of a person. And I've got nothing against any religion or anything like that. And I don't try to sway my sales pages and everything directly toward a particular group, but I need to know, right? And it helps me put myself into their shoes. Does that make sense? Um, you know, what makes them angry? What values do they have? You know, what do they want more than anything? Right? If the people that I deal with more than anything, all right, I could say that more than anything, the people that I'm targeting are already started their entrepreneurial path, but feel like they're kind of spinning their wheels, and they want to really get going. Right? I know a lot of you on here, you already have little businesses. Maybe you're making a little bit of money, maybe you're not, but you're not where you need to be, but you've already started, right? How many of you on here, leave me a message in the comments right now. How many of you on here haven't started anything, haven't actually done anything? I would wager to say, not a ton. I think everybody on here, I see, the people leaving comments. Martin, Deb. How's it going, Deb? I don't think I said hi to you earlier. Woohoo! I know Xenia and Vlada and so forth. You all have started, right? That's who I want to speak with. I want to speak with the people that have already started, right? But that they're not where they want to be. That's a cricket, by the way. Okay. Thank you for the cricket. Chris says, Karma, I just started working on something at the end of last week. Hey, there you go. You started something. Boom. Congratulations, man. Martin says, yep, started on fire and loving the process. I'm glad that you love the process. That's actually what really drives me. Money doesn't drive me anymore. It used to drive me, and typically it's that way when you don't have money. That's what drives you. But then when you have it, it's like, now what? For me, now it's the game. Now it's doing that process every day that really charges me, because I look at it like my analytics, and I'm looking at it like, what is a better way of doing this? What's the best way of doing this? Oh, there were crickets when you asked if we haven't started something. Yeah, I get it. The process is my drive. It's freaking fun. It is. It truly is. Oh, and my wife's home. Hey, sweetie. That's what I really love is just doing this over and over again, because like I say all the time when I'm talking about money a lot, is that getting rich, making money can be a boring process. It really can, because you're just doing a few things over and over and over again. It's not something that you have to change every little thing all the time to make any amount of money. You just do a few little things, and that's where a lot of us get into problems, is that we start something and it's so simple. We see it working, it's so simple, and then we're like, oh, you know what, maybe I can make it better. And that's kind of the I hate to say it, but kind of the American mindset of I can always make things better. But if it's working and it's working good, you shouldn't change it, right? Half of my time as a consultant, because I do coaching as well, is that I see a lot of people analytics, and I go through it and I'm like, well, just keep doing that. It's working. Just keep doing that. Yeah, that was my wife. For those that don't know, she just walked by. That is Beth, the love of my life. Hey, sweetie. She just got home. She went to the doctor. But a lot of it is just going, yeah, just do that. Just keep doing that. Because it is, it's just the same thing over and over again. If I go into a different market, I start with the same stuff over and over again. Like we're talking about psychographics and demographics. I have this list, which I'm not going to show you, Maybe I'll show you one day, or this is definitely in my course though. In that I have 44 different questions that I ask. Right, these are based off behavior, psychographics, and demographics. And that if I don't get all 44 of these answered to the best of my ability, not just, oh, what languages do they speak? English. Do they have kids? Yeah, probably. Nothing like that. I need to know every little thing. So I bust my butt to make sure. I will go into groups. I will go over on Reddit, and I'm digging and I'm digging. Someone posts a question and I'm digging through the comments, right? What language, what certain things are they saying that, are they repeating over and over and over again? Then I maybe go over to their profile. What age, is this person? Where do they live? And I just keep digging and keep digging and keep digging until I have all my answers. And then when I think I have my answer to something, I dig some more because most likely I'm missing something. And that's generally the way that I am. And that I always think that there's a little bit more digging to do. Chris says, here, let me put that up on the screen. I just recently started digging through Reddit. Never had before. My God, I thought YouTube had some characters. Welcome to Reddit, man. I'm on Reddit a lot, looking at different, subreddits. Did you just wave? Yes. I love her. And there goes Jarvis. You can hear him. You can literally get lost in Reddit for sure. And I get lost in there all the time by digging through subreddits. But I want to know everything about my customer, right? I want to know what type of toothbrush they prefer, right? Do they prefer Colgate or some other brand of toothpaste? Like everything. What type of underwear do they? I don't get really that deep into it, but you get my point, right? And you do this by just digging and digging and digging. Are we only trying to attract online audiences? What if my potentials aren't necessary online? Everybody's online, all right? But understanding them better, I don't know of a reason why you can't do research online. And you're not only trying to attract an online audience, but you use these online, these questions. It doesn't matter if they're online or offline, and the ways that we research are all online, but it doesn't have to necessarily be to attract an online audience. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It made sense in my head. By the way, if you do have any other questions, you can go right up here to karmacashflow.com/AMA and ask me anything that you want. I'm actually going to go over there and see. Nope, no other questions yet. I'm trying to attract clients with mental health issues. That's really good. Let me ask you, Jimmy, what are you actually trying to offer them? Or is this like a consulting type thing? Do you have a course? What is it that you're actually trying to attract them for? See, I already have a steady flow of people. I'm sorry, guys. I have to have my coffee. I did not have it this morning. So it's funny because like my meeting that I was at, I had my Starbucks in my hand the whole time. I didn't take a sip of it. So I'm drinking it now. Just put it in this cup to warm it up.
Where's your cup? I'm making some. Oh, never mind.
That's okay, sweetie. I got enough. But yeah, why, Jimmy, why are they coming to you in the first place? Like, what do you have to offer? Are you doing some type of consulting? What? If you give me, a little bit more detail, I can help you out a little bit more. I'm becoming a certified sex therapist, so I help people by talking with them about sexual issues. Okay, that's cool. You can definitely gain research online, but you just have to be careful that you don't go into certain realms. But if people are already coming to you, you have the best way to gather all of this data, right? All these questions that I ask, just ask them, right? They're right there in front of you, and like I would literally put together a survey. If you're actually talking to people, I would put together. Some could call that a slippery slope, karma. Har har har. Yeah, it's true. It can be a slippery slope, but put together a questionnaire that asks a few key questions here and there, and then if they come back to you, I don't know if this is something that they come back to you for, but if they do, every single time that they come, give them just a one-page questionnaire with like 2 questions, 3 questions on it. Hey, I need you to answer these, so that you can build up an answer for that. But you can easily dig online on to understand your customers better, and you could also, if you have the ability to have someone else help you, this will also help you with your empathy map. So anytime I do an empathy map, I try to have a partner or a friend help me out to kind of brainstorm all of these ideas to put them on the empathy map. And you can draw it up on a whiteboard. You use sticky notes. Like Pat, I'm a huge fan of Post-its. Most of the time, not right now, which is actually quite crazy, but I normally have Post-its everywhere. I'm a huge proponent of Post-its, and so you can draw it up on a whiteboard and just start sticking your thoughts on there. But you can easily research your market online, or just ask questions to the people that are already there. My dog Deb says, my dog is frantically searching for your bird. Yeah, I could see that. We have 2 dogs as well. Oh, this is my baby Jar Jar. Hey, Jarvis. So for those that don't know, this is my bird, Jarvis. Yeah, you're a star. Look at that. He loves to cuddle. He's a little cuddlefish. You go, babe.
There you go. There's a bird.
Yeah, just show my bird. Yeah, he's a sun conure, and he is just a doll. He loves to cuddle. When I'm working, sometimes he'll just sit here forever. Or on Beth, he like nuzzles in her neck. She'll sing to him and he'll dance. And at the end of her singing, she'll like do this like little laugh, and he'll laugh at the same time. He's cool. It's really funny. Rap, for those that don't know, Ernest, Rap and Combat, he's told me many times. No, it's all right. Look at that, guys. Multiple coffees.
Caffeinate up.
I drink coffee all day. But Rap and Combat had told me, to bring Jarvis on here one day. So there you go. Just don't give us the bird. I will never give you the bird. I promise. That's how it's done. 2 hands. Exactly. So anyway, I really hope that helped. But like I said, you can easily do it online. Let's see. Hey Archer in the house. And Hey Archer, just getting started. What do you use to promote your content outside of social media posts? This is actually a really good question. And it was something that I was going to be putting up. I think it's on Tuesday, I believe. And because it was a question that I got from Rob. So different ways that you can promote your content once it's up. First off, you have to have an email list. So if you have an email list, send out a broadcast. And that broadcast is probably the most important thing you could possibly do, right? Let the people know that are already on your list about your new content, right? This is something that I do whenever I post a video or something. I let people know. I haven't been doing it recently because I'm still long process of transferring over all of my stuff from Kartra to ConvertKit. But once it's all done and finished and implemented in there, you'll see that I just start banging out broadcast constantly. Like I said, I email daily. Normally, that's done through an autoresponder. And then whenever I have new content, I put out a broadcast instantly. And with ConvertKit, I'll actually be showing this on the video that I do, that I put out. You can actually have the RSS of, like, let's say you do a blog post. You can have that RSS feed brought in directly into ConvertKit and posted for you, so that you don't have to go in there and do it yourself. It'll just create a broadcast and send it. You can also have it to where it'll bring in that RSS feed and create a draft for you, so that you can look at it, make sure that everything is kosher, and then go ahead and submit it to everybody. And when I do a broadcast, typically if it's, new content, like, hey, I just did this video over on YouTube, then I will send it to absolutely everybody on my list. I don't, doesn't matter, how segmented they are, whether they're clients, whether they're customers, or just potential leads that it just came onto my list. I don't really care. If I have new content available on a social platform or something like that, I send everybody to that. So that's number one. I personally use Buffer. I have used Hootsuite in the past. And I do a little bit different, where I don't, let's say I put a blog post out. I don't just have it send to all my social networks at one time on that day. I set it up where it does it immediately. I have it set where over the course of the first 3 days, it's constantly posting about that new blog post in different ways, maybe different images and so forth. I do it 3 weeks after. I do it 6 weeks after that. And then after that 6 week comes out, 9 weeks after. So that 15, 16, 17, 18 weeks after that original post comes out, people are still seeing it pop out on Facebook and Twitter and so forth, so that I can get new traffic to it. And so, doing a lot of stuff like that. You can also DM some influencers. So if you've got, a piece of content that you put out that you think is really, really good, reach out to some other influencers and say, hey, I just recently did this. I think it might be valuable to your audience as well. Let me know what you think about it. And if they like your content, chances are they're going to post that stuff out to their members as well. So it's something that you can do. Now, don't just go ask. Try to build a relationship with them. First and foremost. But I think that and I don't know. I mean, I've known Pat for a while, but I think that if I had a piece of content that I thought was really, really good, I might reach out to Pat and go, hey, Pat, do you think that you could share this with your audience? And he might do that. Maybe you post a Twitter, thing on there. I don't know, but it never hurts to ask, right? We make these connections, and at some point, not always, but at some point, it's not, hard to ask. The worst thing that they can say is no, but ask. DM an influencer, and find people that have similar content to you. If they have similar content to you, they're most likely, more willing to post your stuff. Does that answer your question? Hey, Archer, let me know if that's, good. And for anybody else, if you do have any other questions, please go up to karmacashflow.com/AMA, which stands for Ask Me Anything, to leave me a question, and I will go ahead and answer. Good. Hey, Archer says, great advice. Cool. I'm glad I could help. Let's see. Just kind of going through here. Are you a first-time father? Yep, he really is. Dude, I'm so proud of Ernest Rapping Combat. Really stepping up and doing his thing, dude. It's such an honor to know you, bro. Seriously. So, wow, have we been going 50 minutes already? That is crazy. Dude, it feels like I just got on here. Literally, feels like I just got on here. Um, and I haven't even shown you my honey collection yet. God, I was gonna do that. uh, Rapping Combat's been telling me to show my honey collection and talk about honey because I'm obsessed with honey. Like my wife will tell you, I will easily, no doubt, if I go to like a farmer's market and there's some good honey there, I have no problem dropping hundreds of dollars on honey, like in an instant. I don't even think twice about it. I love honey. And honey's so good for you. You know, it's great antioxidant. It's antibacterial, coats your throat. You know, Manuka honey is amazing. You know, for those that don't know, Manuka honey comes from New Zealand and only New Zealand, and it's fantastic. Yeah, man, I can't believe it's been 50 minutes. Like I was rushing to get home, and I was like, you know, I have no idea what I'm gonna speak about today, because like generally what I'll do is about half an hour before the live stream, I kind of prep and okay, this is what I think we should talk about based off of questions that I've gotten recently and so forth. But today it was just crazy from 6 o'clock on, and I came running in here, setting everything up, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get this going, and now it's been 50 minutes. Crazy. Yeah, honey producers need to find more consumers like you. Absolutely. Like I can't tell you how many emails I get, from people that produce honey. It's crazy because like I buy it, and like I'll secretly buy, like, we'll have all these jars of honey, and then all of a sudden a box comes with even more honey because I just love it. I absolutely love it. Karma is a honey influencer, but totally not a snob. Yeah, true. That's true. Rap has been telling me, I think you mentioned like I should have a channel where I just talk about honey and stuff, because I love it so much. I think if I was going to have a different channel, like my wife has channels, I have channels. My daughter Lily has a new YouTube channel. I think it'd probably be on the Flash, honestly. And Hey Archer knows why. Like I am a huge Flash fanatic. You can't see it, but I have so much Flash memorabilia, it's insane. I collect everything, just like Pat does with Back to the Future. That's me with the Flash. And so I think if I was going to have yet another YouTube channel, it would probably be on talking about the Flash, most likely. Or just maybe superheroes in general, but with a strong emphasis on the Flash, because I just love the Flash. Hey Archer says, let's do a Flash video together. Dude, I'm so game. And it doesn't even need to be just the series. It could be new series, old series, comic books, whatever. Like we can talk about it because like if the Flash is on it, I'm watching it, guaranteed. So yeah, I could definitely do something like that. Crap, that reminds me that Netflix has kicked out another season of The Flash. Yep. What do you mean kicked out? You mean put up season 6? Because yeah, I saw season 6 up there. Although I'm still so irritated that they cut the season short, because it was supposed to be 22 episodes and turned out to be only 19 episodes due to everything. Really irritated me. But I personally I love the show, but I think this is kind of the weakest season right now. Let's see. Louis B says, in case you didn't catch my comment to you, okay, but I don't know what that's referring to. Manuka honey, yes, I buy that too. Boom. Gotta love Manuka, man. Seriously. Karma Cashflow Psychographics loves honey, loves Flash, loves email marketing. That is me in a nutshell, Oh, gotta put in jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu and any like reality-based self-defense systems. That's me. That's me. Did you see the movie when it came out in the 80s with Cream? Yeah, I did. Not the best, but yeah. Do you also watch MMA? Um, I'm not a big fan of MMA anymore. Um, I used to watch it like back in the day when like Matt Hughes and George St. Pierre were like top of their game, but then it just kind of became like WWE, type thing. Everybody's got beef with this person and that person. It became too showy for me, so I stopped watching it. I really like watching if I'm gonna watch any type of sport like that, it's gonna be like boxing or Thai boxing, which is like a form of kickboxing, or I'll just sit there and watch jujitsu videos. But as far as MMA, no, not so much anymore. Sat here by the pool, cheap above ground one, clear sky, bird song, and karma on the laptop. Life is good. Dude, I really appreciate you watching. Seriously. Anybody have any other questions? Oh, wait. You know what? We have some more questions here. Hey Archer again. Which camera are you using? I love the video quality. This is the Canon M50 with stock lens and everything like that. But I have it USB wired into my computer using Ecamm. And then of course I have my shotgun mic here. But that's it. I think you use the same camera, the M50. That's what I use. Next question. If you have any other questions, please go to kermitcashflow.com/AMA. All right. So this one comes from Martin. Martin has an online business. Yes, you do, my friend. Making $0 to $500 per month. That's besides the point. Just testing this for you. Can't wait for the launch. But I've been ramping up my Twitter engagement. Have you been on Twitter a lot lately? I have to go check that out. I did not know that you were over on there. Twitter's a good platform. You should also, try LinkedIn as well. I think LinkedIn could be really good for you as well. But if it's going to take you a lot of time to kind of split yourself between Twitter and LinkedIn, just stay with Twitter. Don't worry about LinkedIn. We can only do so much, and if you're spending a lot of time already on your course, on your podcast and everything like that, and you can only dedicate one thing to social platform, just stick with whatever social platform that you're on already. Chris says the M50 is such an underrated product. I've seen people use different lenses with great results. Yeah, this is actually the stock lens. And while I'm considering getting a new lens, I just haven't decided on what I want because I want something with a shallower depth of field. This only goes out to 3.5. And I would love if Canon made something like a 1.2 for it, for those that understand photography talk. But it's a great little camera. Let's see. Martin says Twitter because that's where my demographics hang out. I researched where would be best to focus. Good job. If that's where your target audience is, stay there. Absolutely. It's kind of like a photographer, a lot of photographers think that their target market is on Instagram. So that's why they create these Instagram accounts. But the majority of the time, that's not where their target audience is. That's just where they are because they want to show their pictures off. But yeah, if you've done your research, stay there. All right, so it is almost time to go. Any last minute questions, comments, concerns, complaints? Do you want to yell at me? Put it in the comments. Let me know. Don't worry about going to the link up there. In fact, I'll take that off. Just throw it into the comments and let me know if you have any other questions or anything like that, or we will just head out of here. Again, I really appreciate you all being here. It's really humbling to see you all on here, showing me support, asking questions and so forth. I really love it. I really dig questions. I think I work better with questions than anything. Jonathan, how's it going, Jonathan? Thanks for being here. Favorite grappler, Khabib. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, my favorite grappler of all time, of course, is going to be Rickson Gracie. Rickson is literally the best of all time. Martin, thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate you. Chris, again, appreciate you as well. Grandma's Wealth Wisdom. Awesome. What software did you use to go live? I'm using 𝐂𝐾am Live. 𝐂𝐾am is a fantastic software. You can go to karmacashflow.com/𝐂𝐾am. That is an affiliate link, and use it. It's amazing. It's so simple to use, and that's what I wanted. I wanted simple. And everybody that I know, Pat Flynn and so forth, they all use 𝐂𝐾am Live. It's fantastic. Let's see. Question. Let's see. Hold on. I lost it. Okay, here we go. Louis B, thanks for my question. When can I like that video you were planning to release again? All right, so I will try to have it out. I have to look at why it failed first off. I'm going to say tomorrow. Maybe I'll publish 2 videos tomorrow, one in the morning time, one in the afternoon time, or I'll release it on Wednesday. But in the next day or 2, I promise it will be up. I have to find out why it failed. So my favorite all-time fighter is GSP, but also because I'm Canadian. Yeah, well, I mean, GSP is phenomenal. George St. Pierre is absolutely phenomenal. I think he's probably one of the best well-rounded fighters overall. Great at striking, great at kicking, great at grappling. He's amazing. I've gotten to meet him a couple of times, and he's just such a down-to-earth guy. Absolutely brilliant, dude. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you all being here. I will be here again tomorrow, right after Pat's live stream. So wait, is it tomorrow? No, sorry, Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I will be here on Wednesday live, and I will have a very, very special thing that I'm going to present on Wednesday. Something that one of you has asked me to do. And so look out for that. So until next time, guys, I really appreciate you being here with me. I'm humbled that you're here, showing me support. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. So take care, guys. Peace.